You know, deep down, there are times where I wish Onision was genuine when it comes to shit he says and does. But then I see shit like this when it comes to serious topics as well as drama that he's been in, and am constantly reminded that he's a greedy fuck. So before we get into the meat of the video, I actually got a response or a comment from the individual that we discussed, or at least we're trying to be in defense of for the previous Onision video. For those who don't remember, or at least haven't watched the video yet, I posted a video discussing this individual's struggle trying to get a refund from Onision, where Onision was claiming that Patreon doesn't do refunds, but if you just do a quick Google search, you can see that within their terms, they themselves don't do it, but the creators have to. And the individual was apparently trying to do a back and forth between Onision as well as Patreon, and it got to the point where he was saying that he may have to contact his bank as well as PayPal. Well, they ended up leaving a comment, which I'm going to read that now. The comment reads, "Hey, that's me. I originally bought into his Patreon to see if his personality was different on, and to see if what he said, or at least shows, in his public videos was just an act or not. Plus, there was a few rumors floating around that he'd pester his Discord members to make sock puppets and whatever to defend him. So I wanted to clear that up as well. When I realized his Patreon and Discord is just harmless and dead, I realized it was a waste of money. I was still within the time frame to get a refund through Patreon and followed the directions for it, but Onion refused and ignored me, and I couldn't get in contact with anyone from Patreon's support team. Tried emailing them and going through Twitter, but I didn't get a response. I didn't get a response until I escalated it further, or through, PayPal, which is when I got a reply from Patreon through both Twitter and email. PayPal got my money back within 3 days, and I'm still waiting to hear back from Patreon when I informed them I no longer wish to continue the refund process through them since I don't want to get double back. I made a video to sort of document and inform people who plan on buying Onion's content or to go in there and troll that they should be careful since he attempted to scam me through it. I ended up privating it for the time being since overnight I woke up to a sock puppet account that belongs to a Patreon pledger harassing me on Twitter. I didn't want people who are persistent enough to use my video to find who I am and where I live, since they are people like that. So, use PayPal if you're going to throw money at an idiot." Okay. So I'm going to say it's good that you got your money. It sucks that, Onision has to be a greedy bastard and try to take people's money first chance he gets when people pledge to him and decide not to give it back even though they're dissatisfied with the content itself. But again, I have to go back to what I said in the previous video. I mean, seriously, just for common courtesy's sake, just give him my money. Just why put him through that process of trying to go through PayPal or the bank? But I will say that this is in a sense, an eye opener for a lot of people. For those who want to, let's say, pledge Onision, I guess just use PayPal. Anywho, why don't we go ahead and get into this particular video. Now, I want to mention something first. I was reading, or at least going over the video, and I have to, before I do the initial video, I have to edit a lot of shit out when it comes to, or at least a few things out, sorry. He has a couple of interactions with a few people. Apparently, one of them is the individual that leaked something. I don't know. Maybe information. Who cares? They don't specify. I cut those interactions out of the video that we're responding to. And the initial video itself, I just have the parody video or parody picture plastered over the audio. So, just make things easier for myself. But I want to mention something. And just pretty much, this is the basic premise of this video, where Anit-Onision is going off talking about how he's sorry. And that apparently Eugenia Cooney emailed him. Now, here's what's difficult for me. Because Anit-Onision's been proven time and time again to fake emails, fake documents. And it's always funny when he wants to post emails like this, especially when there's no timestamps, there's no dates, there's no, at the very least, just a little bit of the email itself. Who knows? But either way, it's difficult and it's hilarious because we can't tell whether or not this is actually him writing these emails for himself, okay? To stroke his own ego. So, without further delay, why don't we go ahead and get started on this?
Hey guys, it's me, Onion Son.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay, so a few things I wanted to talk about. Yesterday, I was going to make a video right after I made the Shane Dawson apology video because it kind of hit me that I had apologized for something that was a serious issue, but there was another issue that I ignored pretty much entirely up to this date. No, but I apologized about something in a live stream, but I never actually addressed it in a video directly to you guys. Additionally, after apologizing to Shane Dawson, I wanted to also apologize to Eugenia Cooney.
So, I think you guys should start placing your bets on how long this whole apology thing will, last. How long till he goes back to his regular ways when it comes to interacting or doing content on Shane Dawson and Eugenia Cooney.
But I didn't have time to actually record that video, so instead I just emailed Eugenia Cooney, and Eugenia Cooney has since written me back twice.
Again, allegedly, because we can't take your word for granted.
First off, to be clear, this is something that I am very sorry for doing because, and this is very important to establish so people understand what your mindset is when you're talking about something that you're sorry for. People who are going through something very serious, such as a mental trauma or mental disorder, they shouldn't be made fun of in a personal and direct way because it could seriously hurt them.
With all the stuff that he's, talking about, my initial thoughts is, why the hell are you, why do you continue making videos when she told you no? I mean, honestly, if you really wanted to make it up to her, stop making videos. And stop profiting off of her. Period.
For some reason, I, for a long time, felt like my sense of humor side had no responsibility to my activist side, and my activist side had no responsibility to my humor side.
Instead of trying to confuse people, why don't you just say you didn't want to take responsibility? Basically that. You didn't want to take responsibility for somebody else's feelings, especially when you made deplorable content towards that individual.
And the problem is that when it comes from the same person, these things are very hypocritical when they conflict. Anyway, if you're making comedy that could seriously hurt people, you gotta find a different way to tell those jokes. And something that's really important to obviously remove is the personalization of these jokes. You shouldn't make it about specific people who are suffering because that just comes down as bullying. It's pretty much straight up bullying, and that's what a lot of people were saying I was doing for a long time, and I was in denial about it because I had made so many videos that had attempted to help Eugenia Cooney, as if all of these things that I was trying to do good somehow made the bad things that I did okay, and they weren't okay.
Okay, no, bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Considering that every time somebody questioned you about your comedy, just in general, you would flip your shit. Anything that, I guess, Inase was criticizing your jokes, somebody would bring up obvious criticism like, where's the attempt in comedy? You would flake out and be like, oh, if you don't understand the joke, don't be a part of the comedy club. Let's be honest here. Your basic comedy isn't slapstick. It isn't stand-up. You take pride in pain in a lot of your comedy. In your videos, you take pleasure in rape, murder, defamation of people's character. That's your comedy, okay? You enjoy pain. And let me tell you something, because we have to keep going back to the whole argument that not everybody's the same. What you find funny, a lot of other people aren't going to find funny. Especially when you're going around harassing somebody, and not to mention making money off of their pain.
Now, with the emails that Eugenia and I exchanged, I wanted to share those with you, but I also didn't want to hurt someone's privacy. So I'm kind of at a dilemma, because if I just say that she wrote me these things, then nobody's going to believe me. And if I show you these things, then maybe that would violate somebody's trust.
I mean, no offense, but that ship has sailed. Nobody believes you about any of the shit that you say. Besides your brainwashed fans, that is. And I will say that with the emails that you post on the original video, all we see is just the text from the email, where there's no timestamps, no dates, nothing. So we can't tell whether or not this is actually legitimate.
But ultimately, I was, I think, accurate before when I said that when Eugenia Cooney asked me to stop making videos about her, the context was negative videos, because nobody really cares if you make positive videos about them. I personally have had many people make negative videos about me, and if they started making positive videos about me, I wouldn't care. But I had asked those people to stop making videos about me prior, because, of course, the context was negativity.
No. Don't pull this bullshit. Don't. The context was that you weren't going to do videos on her. There was no specification of whether or not you're going to do negative videos or positive videos. You weren't going to do videos of her. Period. Meaning none at all. But you still continued to do so. And the videos that you posted after she asked you to stop were still negative. So you can cut this crap that it was only negative videos. You're such a fucking liar.
So because I understood this, I applied it to my logic with Eugenia Cooney, and apparently that logic was accurate.
You dumb fuck!
Anyway, so considering my past accuracy and assuming correctly what Eugenia Cooney would feel is appropriate and what would not be appropriate.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
I feel like Eugenia Cooney wouldn't mind me sharing an incredibly positive, incredibly constructive, and incredibly awesome exchange.
No offense, because at this point, with you being a liar as well as somebody who would constantly slander people with little information, I'd rather hear this from Eugenia Cooney herself.
Oh shit! Burn! Burn!
So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys not the names or anything included or the...
Yeah, because that's not important to show how legitimate these emails are.
emails, but just the actual text that was exchanged so you guys understand the exact dialogue.
Translation: I possibly wrote this myself. And instead of, having the actual email and possible timestamps for this said email, I'm hoping you're stupid enough to not ask questions. Have a nice day.
Okay, so I wrote Eugenia saying, I wanted you to know no matter what you are going through, I want what is best for you. I made jokes in the past, which I make about everyone I care about, i.e. I had a policy of no off limits. I can just make fun of whoever I want for whatever reason I want, so long as it's funny and it doesn't mean ill of that person, it's fine. The problem with that is there are people that are off limits, and those are people who are actively going through something that is very dangerous to them, and you making fun of them could actually really hurt them. I didn't consider this, but now that I have been able to consider it, I've felt a lot of remorse. I said, I assumed they would have no impact on you. If they did, that was my mistake. That all being said, if you need anything, ask. I'm sorry for any hardship you are going through now. Just know you are beautiful, you are strong, and you can get through most anything. I'm sincerely rooting for you. Thank you for reading this.
I'm sorry, but hasn't he been told time and time again that descriptors like beautiful or using descriptions is a way that may end up triggering Eugenia? How does this sycophant not get this?
Anyway, Eugenia responds saying, hey, Onision, thanks so much for saying that. I appreciate it a lot. Honestly, in the past, some of the videos you made were pretty hurtful to me. And in the future, if you do see someone you think is struggling with issues, whether that is an ED or another mental health issue, I think trying to stick to showing love and being positive is usually the most helpful where it can be such a sensitive topic. But that's in the past, and I really do appreciate you being so much more positive lately. Thank you. So again, this is Eugenia Cooney clearly indicating that she appreciates the videos that I've made about her that are positive, which thank goodness my common sense is somewhat still functional, as I had assumed that when she asked me to stop making videos about her, she was referring to negative videos, and this is clearly showing that I was correct in that assumption and that she does appreciate the positive videos that I've made.
You serious?
I seriously can't believe that Onision thinks that anybody's gonna fall for this crap.
She goes on to say, and thank you so much for supporting Shane and I and the video we made. He's really super amazing person, and I'm really happy we could try and spread a positive message together, and I really appreciate the kind words. That's really nice of you, so thank you so much. Hope you're doing good. I responded with, I am so sorry. I was trying to help, but I did so many things wrong in the process. I really screwed up, and I just want you to know if I could undo what I did wrong, I would. You deserve so much better, and I was completely inconsiderate at times. It hurts to know I was hurtful at times to you. I regret it. I was supposed to be a contribution, and I'm trying to make up for that the best I can. Thank you for taking the time to write me. I really feel like I don't deserve the reply, but the fact you did is everything. Thank you. And now Eugenia responds again, because I was right about her when I say she is a pretty fantastic person, at least.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there for a second. You guys know how I know that this is bullshit? He can't go in this video without saying that he's constantly right. And again, I feel like he made these alleged emails to stroke his own ego.
In every way that I can imagine, especially considering now she's actually been brave enough to confront this issue, talk about this issue, and actually start to heal, which is everything I dreamed of and more. She says, no worries, I was just telling you in case you see someone going through something similar, which in my opinion is the most helpful way to approach it. We all make mistakes, though, and no one is perfect, and I really do appreciate you being supportive to Shane and I, so thank you. So she's just reiterating what she previously said, and she's obviously showing consideration for other people, not just herself, and how they're handled. Basically, she doesn't want me to put someone else through what I put her through, and I don't ever want to put anyone else through that again because it was such a huge mistake, and I was such an idiot for ever doing that. Anyway, I respond with, you are so welcome no matter what happens. Remember how loved you are. You're an inspiration, Eugenia. And that was, 8:27 p.m. tonight. It's now 10:37. So I think that's the end of the conversation.
The alleged conversation.
And I am insanely grateful that Eugenia Cooney was able to have this exchange. It's a relief to me because I didn't want to be a person who harasses her, but I was so confident in myself because I just don't think anyone would mind compliments. So I was really glad that it turned out exactly how I expected it, and that she is in fact in any way grateful for anything I've done because of the fact that I don't want to hurt her. I don't want her to be unhappy because of me. I want her to be happy. I want her to be successful, and I want her to be healthy.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it there because the rest of the video is just him, again, stroking his own ego. That's basically what this entire video was. Him stroking his ego because he feels he's right about or at least justified about what he did to Eugenia Cooney. Claiming that the videos that weren't positive are positive. Claiming that this individual who is right now trying to recover, who probably has one, or at the very least wants nothing to do with him, is talking to him. And again, profiting off this individual who's gone through a lot of shit. Now, I know I'm going to have some people say, hey, just give him credit for trying. No. Because more than likely, he's going to go back to the same fucking behavior. He's been doing this for the past 12 years. I know you use the argument that people change. Yeah, usually people do. But you, unfortunately, do not. When people have made videos about you, you proceed to try to silence them because you don't like what people have to say about you. When you shame people for giving support for tragedies, for people who lost loved ones in tragedies, you shame them. When people are overweight, you claim that it's only because people eat junk food, not even considering the health involved when it comes to, different body types and people's different health conditions. You claim that everybody should have the same regimen for hair and hair cleaning, and then in a sense end up looking racist for certain people, and you justify every little bit of your actions. So I'm not going to give him credit for his quote-unquote positivity, because it's a ruse. It really is. Because at this point, the only reason that he's using her, at least mentioning her in his videos, making videos about her, is because he wants to make money. At almost every single one of the videos he's posted, which, let's see how many, 6 or 7 videos now about Eugenia Cooney, instead of letting her be, have ads on them. Now, if I was somebody that was sorry, like wanted to be genuinely sorry for my actions, I wouldn't be posting ads and trying to make money off the videos where I am supposedly sorry. I don't think any rational individual would do that. But Anit-Onision is one of those individuals that would. Because he doesn't care. He's greedy and only thinks for himself. So, what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. For those who want to watch me play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, at the end of the video there'll be a link for the playlist for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Let's Play. Go check it out. It's really fun. With that being said, this is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Also, hashtag Onisa and get a real job.